NBC University Theater. NBC University Theater initially began production in Chicago with a remit to bring adaptations of classic novels, usually Anglo-American, to a radio audience. Additionally, if listeners signed up, they received college credit to a radio-assisted correspondence course. A study guide, the Handbook of the World's Great Novels, was available for 25 cents. In its later years, it also included short stories and plays, and went on to win the distinguished Peabody Award. Unlike many other radio shows, University Theater did not pursue the glamorous stars for its productions, but instead relied on excellent distillations of the novels and first-class acting alongside high production values. But now it's time to enjoy these timeless novels. Let's begin.
This is the NBC University Theater, bringing you a full-hour dramatization of Henry James' great novel, The Ambassadors, starring Henry Daniell. We bring you a novel by one of the grand masters of American literature, Mr. Henry James. This book, The Ambassadors, is in the best later Jamesian style, infinitely detailed in its consideration of the European environment and its influence on the American abroad. Mr. James himself, a New Yorker by birth, fell under the spell of Europe in his adolescence and went to the continent to establish permanent residence in his late 20s. He did his most mature work in England and France, work that was exquisite in manner and fine to the extreme in its ethical approach. These virtues are well exemplified in today's University Theater broadcast of The Ambassadors, prepared for radio by Leslie Reed. In the starring role of the Ambassadors, you will hear the distinguished actor Henry Daniell, and at intermission, a recorded commentary on the writings of Henry James by the British novelist E.M. Forster. Here, then, The Ambassadors, starring, as Mr. Louis Lambert Strether, Henry Daniell.
It was in England, in the early spring of 1898, that I met Maria Gostre. She affected me as almost insolently young. But an easily carried 35 could still do that. I myself was 55 then, a widower and a pilgrim to Europe, the note of which for me was such a consciousness of personal freedom as I had not known for years. Not for all the years I'd spent in Woolwich, Massachusetts. Miss Gostre was what she herself termed a superior courier maid. She formed for me a continuous revelation of enchantment. I remember particularly one evening in London, we were driving home from the theater in a four-wheeler.
Already you begin to recognize me, Mr. Strether. I'm a general guide to Europe, although I don't do it for money. I just try to help Americans over Europe. It's wonderful they come when they enjoy themselves not at all.
Well, I'm enjoying myself, Miss Gostre, I think.
Dear me. But, Mr. Strether, you told me at the theater you had come out on some serious business for your Mrs. Newsom, your admirable widow of Woolwich.
And admirable Mrs. Newsom is. Her money is spent, her life conceived and carried on with a large beneficence. She's a delicacy and a discretion.
Oh, I don't underrate her.
I owe much to Mrs. Newsom. There's the Woolwich Review, for instance, which she magnificently pays for, and I not at all magnificently edit.
But presumably, Mr. Strether, your serious business in Europe does not concern the Woolwich Review.
No. My mission concerns Mrs. Newsom's only son, Chadwick. We call him Chad, of course. He's 28 and he's been living in Paris for more than 5 years.
I see. I see the problem.
What do you see?
I know Paris, and I can guess you're Mr. Chad without difficulty. Is he not the young man on whose head at Woolwich high hopes are placed?
Sample complete. Ready to continue?